Scarf and hat. Will it DTF? Let's find out. Now, as we've discussed many times before on the channel, it's fabric, so it should probably work pretty good. However, the scarf and the hat, they're really pretty stretchy material, and there's kind of this almost ribbed texture. If you've ever worn a hat that was embroidered, you know there's not much stretch to the embroidery, so maybe the DTF will give us a little more stretch. Obviously, you don't want to stretch it too far, but let's see how this works. Now, I looked at the tag on this, and it says it's 100% acrylic. I'm not sure exactly what that is. So I've got my temperature set at 270, which is a little bit on the lower end, and I've got my time set at 25 seconds. Let's give this a shot. I'm gonna do the scarf first because it's flatter, and I've got some graphics to put kind of on the lower two panels. This is black and gold, so I've got to do the Iowa Hawkeyes, make my wife and her family proud. And the other thing I'm gonna make sure is that we don't stretch the fabric when we're pressing it. We're just kind of pressing it as it is. And I am gonna use a pretty decent amount of pressure on it because I do want it to kind of embed into that ribbed kind of texture or weave on the fabric. Now, while that's pressing, I've used this a million times. That's not a good one. I need a better like and subscribe. I have 15 seconds left. Just edit it all out, doesn't matter, whatever. All right, let's see how it's stuck. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah, that's looking good. This one's got a little more fine details around the letters. Okay, it didn't come off as easily, but it still came off pretty good. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that one didn't wanna like grab on as much, but it could also just be that I maybe didn't get enough pressure in that area, so I'm gonna just hit it again real quick and see if it, there we go. Every once in a while, the film doesn't love to release, so. Let's second press it. I am not seeing any kind of weird like burn marks or anything like that, like what we would see if we were doing it on polyester and we did it too hot. So acrylic, 270 for a little bit longer, like 25 seconds, and that seemed to work pretty good. I am gonna just do a few seconds for a second press, and if you haven't already, second press that like button. Wait, that takes off the like. Don't second press the like button. Just press it once. But your shirts, press it twice. I think that turned out pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, that turned out really good. So let's try stretching a little bit. Oop, it did break down a little bit right there where I'm stretching it. I'm gonna let it cool off first and see if we need to let it cool off before we play with it. Let's do the hat next. Now, with this hat, the brim or the bottom of it's kind of folded up. So when we press it, we need to make sure we press it inside out. So I'm gonna turn it inside out. I'm just gonna press kind of the bottom couple inches of it. Oh, but because I'm flipping it up, I need to put it on upside down. Whew, almost messed that up. You ready? Let's let it cool off for just a second. We got those fine lines. Maybe I need to press a little longer. Let's see. Oh no, it's peeling off okay. Now, like anything else that's kind of stretchy, sometimes it wants to like tug on it, so you just kind of got to hold the fabric down. Oh, I got to second press it. Now this one, I do see a little bit of like some kind of sheen from the heat press. So because it was the double thickness, it might have pressed it a little harder. So you definitely want to play with your pressures when you're doing this. But let's turn it back right side out and fold that brim back up. That looks pretty good. It did kind of flatten it out a bit, and I wonder if washing it might help or wearing it might help kind of fluff it back up. So on the hat, I would probably use a little bit lower pressure, but I'll let it cool off a little bit more and then we'll try to stretch it. The scarf looks great. Like I love the way it looks, but I am a little concerned about the stretching. Oh, hey, so when it was breaking down earlier, yep, I think I stretched it before it cooled off a little bit. So see how it's kind of breaking down? That's probably because I tried to stretch it before it cooled off, because this side is stretching really nicely. Okay, so don't test your stretch until after the graphics cooled back off, because it definitely broke down. All right, let's look at the hat. Check the stretch on that. Oh, that looks great. That's stretching perfectly. Awesome. So, hat and scarf, will it DTF? Absolutely. Just be careful to wait for them to cool off before you try to stretch them. You know, I could also see you putting like individual letters on each of the panels. I like it. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.